Hello everyone. This is going to be a short video because I really just wanted to go over my thoughts with you guys about Dayat, which is, let me see if I can draw a picture in my handy dandy notebook that I have here. So this is Keter, right? Sitting at the top. And then here is Sephiroth. Okay. Beauty. This is actually the sixth. Okay. Sixth Sephiroth. You got all the rest of them, right? But then there's an unknowable Sephiroth right here called Dayat. And it's literally the unknowable, right? Now, mystics have surmised that this unknowable Sephiroth is knowledge. Physical, your knowledge, okay? Gnosis, if you will. And the knowledge that you can and will attain. They've surmised that this is what this Sephiroth is all about, right? But it's interesting to see its placement between Keter, which is divine light, okay, and Sephiroth, which is beauty. So it's like the beauty in divinity, right? But because Sephiroth sits here, basically in the center, okay, right? Basically in the center until you get, there's Malkuth, right? It kind of sits sort of in the center, which if we think of the sixes, they basically are, okay? Because realistically, we're going through 1 through 10, 6 would be in the middle. Anyway, it's the whole thing that I've been thinking about. But its placement here in the center of the Tree of Life makes me think that this beauty means the beauty of macro and microcosm together. Like, that yes, it's connected to the top, which is the divinity, light, source, whatever you want to call it. If it's linked up there to that, it is also linked to the bottom. So it's almost like the beauty that surrounds, that is the connecting point. So Sephiroth, we're talking about Sephiroth specifically here. Sephiroth is the connecting point between the divinity and foundation, which is right above Malkuth. And it sits there in the center of this tree, like a big knot on the tree. And between, but then still, so the Sephiroth's kind of holding it all together, right? In my humble opinion, Sephiroth sits here in the middle, holding it all together, like this divine center. And then the path, because as we know, the Sephiroths connect to the number cards, like the actual Sephiroths, and then the paths are what connects the majors. So the majors sit on the paths, okay? And if we look at Dayat, and it's in between Keter and Sephiroth, we think, okay, well, this Dayat specifically means, if it's knowledge, maybe it means divine knowledge, right? But then I got to thinking that divine knowledge would go more towards the Hierophant card, like this conduit person is what I think of when I think of divine knowledge. But then I looked even, keep going in, right? And I already knew which card, which major goes here. It's not the Hierophant. It is the Priestess. Okay? So this veiled being, I have to cover my face to get this damn thing to focus. And it's very sunny out, so there's some glare. But this pathway is the path that the Priestess sits on. And Dayat is right in the center of this path. And it's like, okay, so if this is knowledge, and already this sits connected to Keter, this is connected to Keter, okay? like these two are. Okay? They kind of form the trinity up there. In path alone. Okay, I'm not talking about Sephiroth, kind of talking about the paths. They sit there like this, right? These unmanifest beings, if you will. Oh, let's get this straightened back out. But then it got me thinking of Dyot specifically, and how Dyot is this unknowable, funny use of a word there, unknowable, even though the Gnostics have surmised that it's a knowledge Sephiroth, and it doesn't have a number, so it's not connected to any card. But then it got me thinking of other decks that we may come across that have those extra cards. Like maybe it has one extra card. What if that, without even knowing it, those creators are making a Dyot card? Because their own personal gnosis is demanding that that extra card be in their deck that they create. To me, that would represent their Dyot. If that makes any sense. But then it got me thinking of knowledge again. Now, like I said before, it got me thinking of divine knowledge because it's linked to Keter and Tiferet. But then when I look at this, because it made me think of the Hierophant, but then when I look at this and the fact that the path is literally running there, running right through Dyot, I guess you could say, then this is veiled knowledge. Knowledge that we have to work for. We have to peel back the veil for. We have to trust ourselves for. We have to find a way to find the knowledge out. And this is us trusting ourselves and getting our intuition muscle pumped, right? So this is like the physical act of knowing that you're trusting yourself and gaining your intuition. But then as a major, it runs through like a highway. Actually, it runs through this town of Dyot. She would have to have done that. She would have to have run through the town of Dyot to this unknowable land to figure out how to become who she is. And then also to figure out how to go back to Keter, go be formless once again. Right? And it's not connected because some of the paths go like this. Let's see if I can do this. Some of the pathways go like this, right? Where there'll be two paths connecting to one Sephiroth. But this is only one path that leads through Dyot. Like this isn't a path. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Nothing else passes Dyot in path alone, okay, in majors alone, except for the Priestess. And doesn't it make such perfect sense that the Priestess would be this embodiment of somehow all three Sephiroths? To be the highway between Keter, Dyot in the middle, and then Tiferet. Light, knowledge, and beauty. It links it all. I love that this is a net. Like this veil here. Like this is a net. The net of energy of everything, right? The universe. And then this also, she does look veiled up here. And there's these, it's almost like this right here are the light. This is the light of Keter. The way it is. The Ein and Ein Sof and Ein Sofor. That's what this looks like. This light up here. Is that she's got that. And then she's got this net. This net, it's like she's a fisherman, sacred fisherman. Like she's got her net and she's catching the knowledge. Because she's learned how. Because she drove through the town, having the highway path through Dyot. And then the whole thing is connected. Beauty, knowledge, veiled, light. You can even say, like, I think that this bow, like the bow of Diana here, the sacred huntress, she was hunting knowledge. This is secret knowledge. Even when we look at the Rider-Waite-Smith depiction of this, there's something ethereal about her. There's something mysterious and something that we don't even understand. We don't recognize. And that's what makes her so beautiful. That's the beauty within her. It's the mystery. It's the something that we just, the je ne sais quoi. We can't pinpoint what it is about her that is drawing us in. But that's that secret knowledge. It's not divine knowledge. It's just secret knowledge. And she had to learn how to access that secret knowledge. And it was through this gnosis process that Dayat taught her. Isn't that beautiful though? Like how not me, okay, but how you can link it all. I think that is beautiful. So I just wanted to talk to you about Dayat and the High Priestess just for a few, because I want you to tell me what you think. So tell me below what you think of the High Priestess running a highway path through Dayat that is linking the Sephiroths of Keter and Tiferet, and how this whole concept of secret knowledge is unknowable, unattainable, but yet this mysterious being has found it. And there's some reverence there from us as a reader that we must acknowledge. So, what is your relationship to Dayat or the High Priestess? Tell me what you think. Come back for some more Thoth love, but I just wanted to get this out. Much love, everybody.